Good evening, and here we go.
Good evening.
I hope you're ready to have some fun.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This is your night.
Get ready for the party of a lifetime. May the proceedings begin.
Bumbleclad war. A ramp with me. Come on! Me say, me shot pussy old people for fun. Who want test me? Come on! Come on! You know who not bumbleclad ramp with? You know me? I am the original Dandana. You understand? You want to ramp with bumbleclad me? Come on. I murder people for fun. Murder on a bumbleclad for fun.
Welcome. Happy Thursday to you. It's the pre-Memorial Day show right here. What's going on, good people? I hope everybody's preparing for their Memorial Day weekend. You know, this right here, Memorial Day, kicks off the black barbecue season. You know we love, we some barbecuing people. And this is the start where we like, hey, now from this weekend to probably around maybe October, November, barbecue season is in, grilling season is in full effect. You're going to find a cookout about every weekend, especially down here in the South where it's 1,000 degrees every weekend. Nobody's cooking in the house. So what they do, you're going to take it outside, you're going to grill, get eat up by the mosquitoes, bugs you ain't never seen before. I live in Georgia. I live in Georgia now, and I've got insects, I swear to God, I've never seen before. I've never seen flying roaches before until I moved down here. And anybody that lives here listening, you know what I'm talking about. Some people told me they were beetles, and I was like, wow, crazy situation. Craziest thing I ever seen ever, yeah. But yeah, man, it's Thursday, man. But it's a Memorial Day weekend, so we getting prepared for that. We got some good announcements this week, tonight's show, and I want to thank everybody again for tuning in. I appreciate everybody listening and tuning in to the show. Shout out to all our consistent and repeated listeners. Thank you. I thank everyone for their continued support for the show and all our shows here on Simply United Radio as well. We have, and you know I'm going to give you the rundown. If you don't know the rundown, I'm going to give it to you now. You got, first and foremost, you have Travel Talk with Lo that comes on Saturdays. That's going to start your Saturday mornings. Then you also have Miss Laima Hayes. You have Real Talk with Laima Hayes. That's on Sundays at 8 p.m. And of course, you got my man Ed as Intended Brown comes on midnight. He's rocking and burning the midnight oil with all the independent music that you love and may have never heard before, but he puts you on a new artist. Then, of course, you got me on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And on Tuesdays, coming up for you in June, the first week in June, you got Miss Shantae Johnson, straight uncut note chaser. And it sounds like a definite show that's definitely straight to the point, but it's definitely a show where it's going to, and it's from a woman's perspective about trials and tribulations and how to overcome and how to endure and persevere. And it's a great situation, y'all. So we got a great little lineup here. And as we approach the month of June, that means we're going to be a few months away from my anniversary. Yes, from my anniversary. And we have a big anniversary show planned where we got a major announcement coming soon. And you're going to hear it on all our shows, the announcements, and what's going to be going on here at Simply United Radio, WSUT, y'all. So tonight's subject, and first and foremost, it's graduation season. So I just want to quickly shout out to all the fathers who now, as of this week, well, as of next week, will be no longer paying child support. For those who have kids graduating from high school, it's no more child support season. That's why you see so many dads at graduation, because they want to make sure them kids graduated. They can go ahead and let the courts know, say, hey, I'm done. That boy or that girl didn't turn 18. I done my legal obligations. So shout out to all the fathers who are no longer be paying child support after this week. So moms, while you all happy that your kids graduated, you ain't getting that check no more. Nah, I'm just teasing, man. No, shout out to all the parents, and all the single parents and all the parents who are together and have seen their kids through the way. I've known some personally who didn't think they were going to make it that far, but it's a proud moment to see a young person go through all the trials and tribulations of young adulthood, and finally get opportunity to accomplish one major thing in their life, and that's completing high school, getting a diploma, and now you're going into be an adult. It's great to see a transitioning phase, especially, and I have to be honest, especially to see young black men graduating and walking across that stage. And because we are definitely a statistic, we are definitely looked upon as not being able to make it that far. And there's always been arguments about, well, a high school diploma is equivalent to this and that, or can't get you this and that, so it's all about the next level. But let's start with how they're making it hard for kids just to get through high school and elementary school, and some kids having learning disabilities that are being unclassified. Especially in the black community, you have a lot of kids who are being unclassified with learning disabilities. They're put upon they're classified as just being discipline problems, and in actuality, these kids really have legitimate learning disabilities. So, understand, to be able to overcome all these obstacles really, really means a lot. And with young black men being able to graduate, I have to be honest with you though. You expect young ladies to succeed and to accomplish. I mean, you have some that fall to the wayside. You have a high teenage pregnancy rate. You also have young girls who just give up, who, being realistic across the country, some girls who succumb to gang activity, who become victims of bullying, who become victims of sex crimes, and they're not comfortable being among their peers, so therefore they choose other outlets to attend and to adhere to. So just in all honesty, I understand that it's real out here for these kids. I've worked with some firsthand doing summer camps, my own summer camps when I was coaching basketball, and I've seen these teenagers, and I've seen some of the problems is that these young kids, they don't have an outlet. And that's what it boils down to. When we were growing up, I know that we had summer job programs. I was excited. I had my first job when I was about 14 years old in a summer job program. I learned the job skills and etc. to be able to interview skills. You know, a lot of these kids don't have those skills. They don't have those skills because they're not really taught that anymore like that. And especially in certain demographics, it's worse than others. So let's not overlook in this accomplishment for a lot of these kids being able to graduate, especially in single parent households. They automatically give you 2.5 strikes because they feel like the father's not in the house, etc. You know, so but you know, it takes a village, and I've seen, and it's funny how you go to graduations for those who've experienced this, and you see the families there, and you can tell the families who are so overwhelmed and proud to see that little Earl or little Keisha graduated, because they've been through a lot. You know, 4 years may not seem a lot, but it's a lot when you're developing and going through puberty, going from adolescence to being a young adult. It's a lot, you know. So we now look at it like, oh, it's a cakewalk and we wish we can do it all over again. But a lot of people with common sense like, no, I'm not doing that all over again. That was a lot of rough years for a lot of people, you know. So, but I'm definitely proud of all the graduates of 2017. You get this round of applause from all of us here at Simply United Radio, and right here from the Man Cave Show, you get a round of applause for graduating, and you made it. I definitely want to, and, you know, I have a son. My son is a teenager now, and you know, I got a few years before he comes out of high school. And, you know, I just think of some of the trials and tribulations these kids have gone through. You know, let's just be honest for a second, and let's be open-minded to what these kids may go through. I suggest parents be very active in your kids' schools, because you'd be surprised at what these kids go through. You got kids going through gender crisis. You got kids going through abuse in the household. You got kids going through teenage pregnancies. And I'm not saying teenage pregnancies from like an older guy, somebody not in school, or et cetera. No, these are their peers. You know what I'm saying? You got girls who are experiencing gang rape. You got young boys who just really are trying to find themselves through bullying, cyberbullying. You know, when we were growing up, you may have people bullying in school, but now it's like, you're not even at school. Folks is behind keyboards bullying. So it's just a lot of these kids had to overcome. So that's why I definitely applaud to see. I know a lot of big graduation classes, 300 to 400 or 500 kids graduating. That's a lot. A couple of schools where they had all kids qualified to graduate. Shout out to those schools, because it's hard to find. And now living in Georgia is very different, because I hear a lot of things about the Georgia education system, and where these kids are ranked 48 out of 50 states as far as education. And I think for so many years, now mind you though, that's when I was in college, and that was about 10 years plus ago, and that still has kind of been the same. So to see these kids accomplish like high test scores, and I've seen kids getting multiple scholarships to different schools, black, white, brown, green, and yellow, all races across the board. But it's proud to see these kids do that. So it's definitely interesting to see, and I'm proud. So, so right now I'm gonna get into the first little